Assalamu alaikum. Uh, I'm back here with a very interesting story, a humorous story from class 9th. The name of the story is Packing, and it's written by Jerome K. Jerome, whose photo, whose image can be seen on your screen. Fine. So, one of the best stories that really makes you laugh, and the name actually is a novel, and the name of the novel is Three Men in the Boat. So, coming back to this very story, Packing. So, the story begins with the man character, and who is himself the narrator of the story as well. It is Jerome. He boasts of being the master baker with his another two friends, George and Harris. All of these three have planned to go on a trip. Okay, and now they have to pack for the trip, and narrator boasts, कहता है कि मैं ही सारी packing जानता हूँ and I will do it. So he himself decides to pack, and the two George and Harris friends accept readily this offer and relax while he packs the bags. Jerome's real intention was to supervise his friends in packing. He wanted to teach his friends how to pack. However, they misinterpreted him, and as a result, narrator had to do the packing. And finally, what happens in the packing? It's completely and haphazardly packed. The narrator creates mess in everything. He started packing and it took a bit longer than he had expected. He packed the bag but forgot to put the books inside. So he had to reopen the bag and put them in. He forgot whether he had put his toothbrush in the bag or not. So he had to open the bag again and empty its contents. He put the contents back in the bag by shaking them one by one and found his toothbrush inside a boot. He had to reopen again as he had forgotten his spectacles. Now, George and Harris did the rest of packing. George asked narrator whether he had packed the soap or not. The narrator was extremely angry hearing this, as he had already opened the packed and packed the bag several times. So George and Harris took the task of completing the rest of packing. Now this is the scenery. This is how things are being packed and unpacked. This is the task that the three are doing. You can see this picture. Now the situation becomes worse when George and Harris come into action. They committed a lot of mistakes while packing. They broke cups, put things behind them, and the famous butter episode in the story, which sticks to one's back, and then the two hover around in the room to find it out, and it is very hilarious to find out where the butter ultimately was and what happens to it. So they packed heavy things on top of light things and also stepped on things. And now, another very important character, the beautiful Montmorency, the dog, narrator's dog, came and sat down on things, put his leg into the jam, and scattered the teaspoons. He would go into hamper and attack three lemons, thinking them to be rats. He was shooed away by hats. End up packing. Finally, the packing ended late at night, 12:50 a.m. The three friends were very tired and decided to sleep. Before sleeping, they had an argument about when to wake up in the morning. Let's have a brief intro of the characters. Jerome, the narrator, who considers himself to be the master of packing. Harris, a friend of narrator, who irritates him by raising his legs on the table when the narrator was packing the bag. And then George, another friend of the narrator, who sat on a chair while the narrator was packing. And ultimately, the Montmorency. He was the pet dog of the narrator. He irritated all by sitting on things that were to be packed. He was chased by hares. Now let's go to the theme. A very, very important theme that we can get from the story is that this conveys that routine tasks are not easy as they seem to be. The humorous account amuses the reader with the chaotic and confusing situations created by the clumsiness of three friends, all of whom consider packing to be a child's play. Now let's go to the part of evaluation. After reading and listening to me, now you should be able to answer these questions. Kindly write them down. Describe how the author packed the bag for going on a trip. Narrate the butter incident in your own words. What did they do with the butter? What was the highest aim and object of Montmorency according to the narrator? So, it's a wonderful and most hilarious episode of Montmorency that you have to write here. Now, for reading comprehension, take a paragraph from the story and write it in your own words. You can do that. Or the best way to understand whether you are able to comprehend a paragraph, do one thing: transcode the passage to check your understanding. Means to change the written format, a written paragraph, into a picture form, image form. So that will help you to understand the story. Thank you very much. Kindly stay indoors and stay safe. Thank you. Wish you all the best. Good luck.